Music Art 7, Quarter 2 Lesson 1. Conventional traditional or local folk music common to the Philippines and Southeast Asia. Vocal music and instrumental music. Learning competency. After this lesson, you must be able to a. Explain similarities within the Philippine regions and with selected Southeast Asian countries in terms of local subjects, themes, and mediums influenced by the concepts, processes, techniques, and/or practices. b. Explain the similarities in terms of contexts across the regions and the Philippines with selected Southeast Asian countries through their use of subjects, themes, concepts, mediums, processes, techniques, and/or practices. c. Correlate the concepts, processes, and/or practices of contemporary and emerging creative works to conventional local folk performing and visual arts of the Philippines and selected Southeast Asian countries. Objectives. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to discuss the commonalities of Iloilo Panay Bukidnon Sugidanon, epic chanting, and bamboo instruments with Indonesia Sulukan, vocal music, and Gamelan, instrumental music. Produce a visual or musical representation inspired by traditional folk music from the Philippines and Southeast Asia, demonstrating their understanding of the traditional elements studied in class. Develop an appreciation for the cultural heritage and artistic traditions of the Philippines and Southeast Asia by engaging in discussions and activities related to traditional music. Engaging and motivational activity. Discovering traditional tunes. Objective. To introduce students to traditional music from the Philippines and Southeast Asia and spark their interest in learning more about these cultures. Activity steps. Introduction. Show a map highlighting the Panay Bukidnon region and Indonesia. Explain that they will explore traditional music from these areas today. Listening stations. Set up 4 listening stations with audio clips of the traditional music. Divide students into small groups. Have each group listen to the music at a different station for about 1 to 2 minutes before rotating. Group sharing. After listening, have each group briefly share what they heard and how it made them feel with the class. Discuss what was interesting or different about each type of music. Wrap up. Explain that today's lesson will explore these music styles in more detail and understand their cultural significance. Introduction. Good day, students. Today, we embark on an exciting journey into the rich and diverse world of traditional music from the Philippines and Southeast Asia. Our focus will be on exploring the fascinating realm of pre-war local folk music, an essential part of our cultural heritage that has shaped the artistic and social practices of our ancestors. We will start by delving into 2 captivating aspects of traditional music, vocal and instrumental music. Specifically, we will compare and contrast Panay Bukidnon Sugidanon with Indonesia Sulukan, and examine the distinctive bamboo instruments from Panay Bukidnon alongside Indonesia's intricate gamelan ensemble. Panay Bukidnon Sugidanon Indonesia Sulukan. Vocal music. Panay Island, Philippines. Cultural and ethnic background. Ethnic group, Panay Bukidnon, also known as Bukidnon, are part of the larger Visayan ethno-linguistic group. Language, they speak the Panay Bukidnon language, which belongs to the Visayan language family. Geographical distribution. Location, they inhabit the mountainous regions of Panay Island, particularly in the provinces of Antique, Capiz, and Iloilo. Environment, their traditional territory includes forested highlands and rugged terrain, which influences their way of life and cultural practices. Overview. The Sugidanon is a significant epic tradition from the Panay Bukidnon people of the Philippines, specifically known for its rich oral storytelling style. This epic, which recounts stories of nobility, demigods, and mythical creatures, is traditionally chanted by women called binikat, young girls who were secluded and trained in memorizing and reciting these lengthy chants. The Sugidanon consists of 10 chapters and is typically performed during special occasions like weddings or in indigenous learning centers. The epic serves as a repository of cultural knowledge, including the maritime history of the Panay Bukidnon, despite their inland location today. Panay Bukidnon Sugidanon. Description: Sugidanon is a traditional epic narrative song performed by the Panay Bukidnon people in the Philippines. It is used to recount historical events, legends, and ancestral stories. Characteristics: structure: typically performed in a call-and-response format. Function: used in rituals and storytelling, it reinforces cultural values and historical knowledge. Performance: usually performed during important community events such as weddings and rituals. Cultural significance: Sugidanon reflects the values, beliefs, and traditions of the Panay Bukidnon community. Indonesia. Indonesia is a vast and diverse archipelago with rich cultural and ethnic diversity, spread across more than 17,000 islands. Below is a detailed overview of its cultural and ethnic background as well as its geographical characteristics, cultural and ethnic background. Ethnic diversity. Indonesia is home to over 1,300 recognized ethnic groups. The largest ethnic group is the Javanese, making up around 40 to 45% of the population. Other major ethnic groups include the Sundanese, Madurese, Minangkabau, Batak, Balinese, and Bugis, among others. Smaller indigenous communities like the Toraja, Dayak, Asmat, and Mentawai maintain distinct traditional lifestyles and cultural practices, especially in the more remote regions. Geographical characteristics. The country's topography is diverse, with mountain ranges, rainforests, savannas, coral reefs, and mangrove swamps. Indonesia is considered one of the world's most biodiverse countries, with rich ecosystems that support a vast variety of flora and fauna. Key regions include Sumatra, Borneo, and Papua, which are known for their tropical rainforests. The country is home to rare species like the Sumatran tiger, Javan rhinoceros, Komodo dragon, orangutans, and many endemic bird species. Overview. In Indonesia, Sulukan refers to the vocal chants performed in traditional Javanese shadow puppet theater, wayang kulit. These are typically sung by the dalang, puppeteer, to set the mood for the performance and convey emotional undercurrents. Like the Sugidanon, Sulukan plays a role in preserving oral traditions, often reciting epic tales from the Mahabharata and Ramayana. These chants serve as an essential link between the performer and the audience, guiding them through the narrative's emotional landscape. Indonesia's Sulukan. Description: Sulukan is a traditional vocal music form from Indonesia that involves chanting and singing. It is commonly used in religious and ceremonial contexts. Characteristics. Structure: often features repetitive and melodic chanting. Function: serves religious and ceremonial purposes, often performed during rites and rituals. Performance: includes specific vocal techniques and sometimes accompanied by traditional instruments. Cultural significance: Sulukan plays a key role in preserving religious and cultural traditions in Indonesian communities. Comparison. Similarities: both Sugidanon and Sulukan are integral to their respective cultures' ceremonial practices and storytelling traditions. They use vocal techniques that reflect their cultural heritage. Differences: Sugidanon typically involves a call-and-response structure and focuses on narrative, while Sulukan is more chant-based and used primarily in religious contexts. Panay Bukidnon's bamboo instruments and Indonesia's gamelan ensemble. Instrumental music. Overview. The Panay Bukidnon people are also known for their use of bamboo instruments in traditional music, which is often performed alongside the Sugidanon. These include flutes and percussion instruments made from bamboo, playing a complementary role in ceremonial and social functions. Panay Bukidnon's bamboo instruments. Description: bamboo instruments are widely used by the Panay Bukidnon people. They include various types of bamboo flutes, drums, and xylophones. Characteristics: types includes bamboo flutes, drums, and bamboo xylophones. Function: used in various traditional ceremonies and dances. Performance: instruments are crafted from locally available bamboo and played during community gatherings and rituals. Cultural significance: bamboo instruments are a symbol of the Panay Bukidnon's connection to nature and their traditional way of life. Tulali, flute. A long bamboo flute, the tulali is known for producing soft, mellow tones. It is often used in personal expression, playing solo or in accompaniment with other instruments. The tulali is a significant part of the Panay Bukidnon's traditional music, accompanying stories and rituals. Subing, jaw harp. The subing is a bamboo jaw harp that produces sound and its frame is plucked while the instrument is held against the performer's lips. The vibrating reed inside the bamboo body creates the sound, and players use their mouth to modulate pitch and resonance. It is often used in traditional storytelling and self-expression. Shugangang, bamboo buzzer. The shugangang is a unique bamboo instrument that produces a buzzing sound. This instrument adds rhythmic elements to performances and is believed to have been used in communal gatherings and traditional rituals. Tikumbo, bamboo zither percussion. A combination of string and percussion instrument, the tikumbo is made from a length of bamboo where strings are carved into the surface and struck with sticks or plucked. The instrument acts both as a zither, for plucking the strings, and a percussion instrument, when struck. This adds both melodic and rhythmic layers to performances. Litgit, bowed instrument. The litgit is a bowed bamboo instrument. A thin string is tied across a bamboo frame, and the player uses a bow made from bamboo and fiber to produce sound. It is usually played solo or as accompaniment to traditional songs. Indonesian Gamelan Ensemble. Overview. The Indonesian Gamelan Ensemble, made up of a variety of percussion instruments like gongs and metallophones, is one of the most well-known traditional instrumental setups in Southeast Asia. Gamelan music is used in a wide range of performances, from court ceremonies to theatrical presentations, and often accompanies shadow puppetry and dance. It shares a ceremonial and narrative function similar to Panay Bukidnon's bamboo instruments, providing both background and focus in traditional cultural events. Indonesia's Gamelan Ensemble. Description: the Gamelan Ensemble is a traditional Indonesian musical ensemble featuring a variety of percussion instruments, including gongs, metallophones, and drums. Characteristics: structure: consists of metallic percussion instruments, often accompanied by other traditional instruments. Function: used in ceremonies, dances, and theater performances. Performance: gamelan music is characterized by its layered, cyclical rhythms and is often performed in ensembles. Cultural significance: gamelan music is central to many aspects of Indonesian cultural and religious life. Gong Aging. Description: the largest and most important gong in the gamelan ensemble, often made of bronze. Function: marks the end of major musical sections and punctuates cycles. It establishes the overall rhythm of the performance. Sound: deep, resonant, with a long sustain. Playing technique: struck with a padded mallet to produce a rich, booming sound. The player usually strikes it gently to achieve a resonant, long-lasting tone. Kempul. Description: smaller hanging gongs that complement the gong aging, arranged in a row or cluster. Function: provides a rhythmic and harmonic accompaniment, marking smaller divisions within the musical cycle. Sound: softer than the gong aging but still with a metallic, resonant quality. Playing technique: played with mallets, producing a sharp, bright sound. The mallets are typically struck with a quick, controlled motion. Sarong. Description: a set of bronze bars mounted on a resonating frame. Includes lower-pitched, demung, and higher-pitched, penarus, versions. Function: provides both melody and harmony, with the demung focusing on bass lines and the penarus on higher melodies and counter-melodies. Sound: clear, bright, and metallic. Playing technique: played with padded mallets. The player strikes the bars with precise, rhythmic motions to produce a clean, resonant tone. Gender. Description: a metallophone with bronze bars and resonating bamboo tubes underneath. Function: plays intricate, melodic lines and supports harmonic texture with a softer timbre. Sound: mellow and resonant, with a distinctive warmth. Playing technique: played with mallets that have softer heads, creating a softer, more nuanced sound. The player uses gentle, precise strokes. Kendang. Description: a double-headed drum, usually cylindrical, with varying sizes and pitches. Function: controls rhythm and tempo, guiding the ensemble and influencing dynamics. Sound: variable, ranging from sharp to deep tones depending on the playing technique. Playing technique: played with the hands or sticks. Techniques include slapping, tapping, and drumming with varying pressures to produce dynamic rhythms. Playing technique: played with mallets that have softer heads, creating a softer, more nuanced sound. The player uses gentle, precise strokes. Bonang. Description: a set of small, knobbed gongs arranged in rows, often divided into the bonang barang, lower pitch, and bonang panarus, higher pitch. Function: plays complex, interlocking melodic patterns, contributing to the rhythmic texture. Sound: bright and intricate, with a quick decay. Playing technique: struck with padded mallets, often using a rolling motion or a series of quick, rhythmic taps to achieve intricate patterns. Gambang. Description: a xylophone with wooden or bamboo bars. Function: provides rapid, ornamented melodies and supports the melodic texture. Sound: warm and resonant, distinct from metal instruments. Playing technique: played with mallets that have wooden or padded heads. The player uses fast, precise strokes to create intricate, melodic lines. Rebab. Description: a two-stringed bowed instrument made from wood or bamboo. Function: carries slow, melodic lines and often mimics vocal melodies. Sound: smooth, lyrical, with a deep, expressive quality. Playing technique: played with a bow, producing sound by drawing it across the strings. Techniques involve varying bow pressure and speed to achieve different expressive qualities. Suling. Description: a bamboo flute that varies in size and pitch. Function: adds a smooth, lyrical element to the ensemble, blending with both melodic and harmonic textures. Sound: soft, airy, and soothing. Playing technique: played by blowing across the open end. The player controls pitch and tone by adjusting the breath pressure and finger placements. Comparison. Similarities: both Panay Bukidnon's bamboo instruments and the gamelan ensemble are integral to their respective cultures' musical traditions and are used in ceremonial contexts. Differences: bamboo instruments from Panay Bukidnon are typically handmade from local materials and used in solo or small group settings, while gamelan ensembles are large, composed of multiple metallic instruments played in unison. Reflection questions. What are the main similarities between Sugidanon and Sulukan? How do Panay Bukidnon's bamboo instruments and Indonesia's gamelan ensemble compare in their use and significance? How can understanding these traditional music forms help us appreciate the cultural diversity of Southeast Asia? Assessment. Instruction: choose the correct answer for each question. 10 items. 1. What is the primary function of Sugidanon in Panay Bukidnon culture? A. Religious ceremonies. B. Storytelling. C. Entertainment. D. Rituals. 2. Which of the following is a characteristic feature of Indonesia Sulukan? A. Percussion instruments. B. Chanting and singing. C. Wind instruments. D. Dance accompaniment. 3. What is a key difference between Panay Bukidnon's bamboo instruments and Indonesia's gamelan ensemble? A. Bamboo versus metal materials. B. Solo versus ensemble performance. C. Vocal versus instrumental music. D. Traditional versus contemporary. 4. How do the musical practices of Sugidanon and Sulukan influence their respective cultures? A. By promoting international trade. B. By preserving cultural heritage. C. By encouraging modern innovations. D. By influencing global fashion. 5. Which traditional music form involves a combination of metal and percussion instruments? A. Sugidanon. B. Gamelan ensemble. C. Sulukan. D. Bamboo ensemble. 6. What aspect is common between Panay Bukidnon's bamboo instruments and Indonesia's gamelan? A. Use of string instruments. B. Percussion elements. C. Vocal accompaniment. D. Electronic sounds. 7. Which Southeast Asian country is known for using a gamelan ensemble in traditional music? A. The Philippines. B. Thailand. C. Indonesia. D. Malaysia. 8. What is a cultural significance of Sugidanon in the context of Panay Bukidnon? A. Used in modern dance performances. B. Associated with traditional storytelling. C. Influences global pop music. D. Used in contemporary theater. 9. How do local folk music practices reflect the cultural identity of Southeast Asian regions? A. By adapting to Western styles. B. By incorporating modern technology. C. By preserving traditional customs and values. D. By focusing on international collaboration. 10. What is the main purpose of using bamboo instruments in Panay Bukidnon? A. For visual decoration. B. For vocal enhancement. C. For ritualistic purposes. D. For musical performance. Performance Task 1. Task: students will create simple instruments using household or classroom materials, e.g., bamboo sticks, paper tubes, rubber bands, inspired by Panay Bukidnon's bamboo instruments. After constructing their instruments, students will perform a short, rhythmic piece in groups, mimicking the sounds of traditional bamboo music. Instructions: create a simple bamboo-inspired instrument using available materials. In groups, practice a short rhythmic pattern or tune inspired by Panay Bukidnon's bamboo music. Perform your piece for the class. Criteria for rubric: creativity in instrument design, 30%. Accuracy of rhythmic pattern, 30%. Group collaboration, 20%. Performance confidence and delivery, 20%. Performance Task 2. Vocal music presentation. Task: students will research and present a short vocal piece inspired by either Panay Bukidnon Sugidanon or Indonesia's Sulukan. They will describe the meaning or cultural context of the music and perform a brief chant, song, or spoken piece in front of the class. Instructions. Research and choose a traditional vocal music form, Sugidanon or Sulukan. Prepare a short chant, song, or spoken piece that reflects the essence of the chosen music. Share with the class the meaning or context of the piece and perform it. Criteria for rubric. Accuracy of information, 30%. Performance of vocal piece, 30%. Presentation of cultural context, 20%. Audience engagement, 20%. Thank you for watching.